Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're the Fantasy Few. It's me, it's Mason, it's Paul. Everyone missed Paul. He is down with the sickness. He has been for a while now, but he is good to go. He is back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome him back. Down in the comments, say, Paul, what's up? How's it going, dog? But hey, before we're getting into today's video, I want to say, who's the MVP? Who do you guys think it is? I don't know who it is. We might talk about it a little bit later. Whoever's going to win all these awards, who knows? We got some crazy candidates this year, but a few of them may seem a little obvious, but not all of them. A few of them might surprise you guys. So before we get into today's video, like it, comment down below, smash the subscribe button, smash that, smash it, punch it like a punching bag. Hit the subscribe button for more videos like this each and every single day. We post 5 days a week for you guys, and we try to live stream every now and again on Saturdays. Not consistently, but we do it. But I'm going to send things over to Mason,
Sometimes.
and he's going to say a couple of these Offensive Player of the Year candidates. We're going to start things off strong there.
All right. Some of the nominees, I think they're clear cut. I think it's the only choice. We're going to start off with Cooper freaking Kupp, baby. We've been talking about him all year long. His stats, he had 145 receptions, 1,947 yards, 15 touchdowns. He had the Triple Crown this year. Paul had an awesome stat on that. He said that's only been done, 4 times in the NFL's history? Yeah, huge accomplishment. That's why he is my number 1 player of the year and why he will win it. Number 2, Jonathan Taylor had a heck of a year. 1,811 rushing yards, 18 touchdowns.
We'll start that over, Mason. Don't worry, I got you. He had 1,811 yards and 18 touchdowns. I'm not going to stutter saying it because I can actually talk straight. Don't worry, I got you, bro.
Cut that part out. Cut that part out.
We're leaving it in. We're leaving it in.
God. Okay, fine. And then a couple of honorable mentions. Mark Andrews, 107 catches, 1,360 yards, 9 touchdowns. And Devontae Adams, 123 catches, 1,553 yards, and 11 touchdowns, guys. They all had phenomenal seasons, but Cooper Kupp, he's a clear guy.
Congratulations. Shoot the confetti. Cooper Kupp, you are the Offensive Player of the Year, and you're in the MVP conversation. Next thing we have to talk about, Defensive Player of the Year. There's a few people that are worth mentioning. TJ Watt, Micah Parsons, Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett, and there's a 5th guy that's not even in part of these MVP conversations, but I'm going to give it to Paul. He's raising his hand over there. He has a guy that he thinks deserves to be on that list.
No, I'm actually going to hijack the show for a minute. I'm going to run down the Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Coming in at number 1, we got TJ Watt. In 15 games, he had 64 total tackles, 22.5 sacks, 5.5 forced fumbles. Now, if you watch football, you might be questioning why he didn't break the sack record with 23.5 this year, where he probably should have got a sack. They appealed it, denied. 22.5 ties Michael Strahan for the record. Micah Parsons, rookie. In 16 games, 84 total tackles, 13 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. Aaron Donald, typical Aaron Donald season. 17 games, 84 tackles, 12.5 sacks, the most double-team player in the league. Myles Garrett, in a stretch early in the season, had 5 sacks, 6 sacks against the Bears. Kind of tapered off a little bit towards the end. In 17 games, 51 tackles, 16 sacks. And then, who Stone alluded to, a guy who I added personally to this list, Bob Quinn. You probably know him more so as Robert Quinn.
Former Ram.
16 games,
Let's go.
49 total tackles, 18.5 sacks, broke a franchise record for most sacks in a season by a Chicago Bear, held by Richard Dent since 1984 with 17.5. Also, number 2 on that list was Richard Dent with 17. So it's an amazing stat. He's probably not going to win it. I think he should be up there, but this is TJ Watt's to lose.
Bobby Quinn should be in the conversation, though, man. People kind of forgot about him because of the Bears' bad season, but 18.5 sacks, that was second in the NFL, I'm pretty sure. So
nobody's talking about it.
No.
They want to talk about Micah Parsons. Let's not talk about Robert Quinn.
Yep. That's playing opposite of not Khalil Mack. That's playing opposite of Tevis Gibson.
Yep.
Who, in his own right, had 7 sacks this year, but I mean, still, that's not even comparing him. If he's opposite Khalil Mack, we have no idea how much damage those two could have done.
Yep. Well, but congratulations to TJ Watt. We all know you're winning Defensive Player of the Year. We're
Heck of a year,
congratulating
guy.
you early from the Fantasy Few. We're moving on next to Rookie of the Year. Who are our candidates? Jamar Chase, Mac Jones, Micah Parsons. We're lumping defense and offense together because we know the awards are separate. They're offensive and defensive. But if we did that, it wouldn't be very fun, right? Because we already know who's winning both of those. So we're putting in our own category of Rookie of the Year. Mason, who is it? Who is it?
I think the clear cut's Jamar Chase, baby. He had a heck of a season. 81 catches, 1,455 yards, 13 touchdowns. Him and Joe Burrow were unstoppable this season. We're going to see how far they can take that into the playoffs. That's a clear cut. But there's a couple of other guys that just had a great season, but just can't outdo Jamar Chase. We got Mac Jones. He had a 68% completion percent, 3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 picks. He led the Patriots to a 10-7 win season. Great season by Mac Jones. He's going to be a great quarterback coming on to for the rest of his career. But sadly, he had to play with the rookie cast. Oh my God, I can't talk. Same class as Jamar Chase. Please cut that out too. Just cut me out completely of the video today. And then we all know who's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's going to be Micah Parsons. 16 games, 84 tackles, sacks. Paul already mentioned that, so we don't have to get.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just more enjoyable to kind of compare Chase and Micah Parsons' rookie seasons to like compare him to the other offensive defensive players. I mean, Chase, his closest rival is Mac Jones, and then Micah Parsons' closest is probably Patrick Surtain. So, not much competition for the guys on top. But I mean, the other counterparts are pretty solid. But these two are winning them very easily. Micah Parsons finishes behind Jamar Chase in my eyes for overall rookie of the year, though. We're gonna move on.
Yep.
Coach of the year. We got Mike Vrabel, Matt LaFleur, Bill Belichick, Zach Taylor, and John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh surprised me because his team didn't have a winning record. But I'm going to start off by saying who I think it should be. I personally think it should be Matt LaFleur, the guy with the #1 record in the NFL. Yeah, he's got Aaron Rodgers, and Paul, me, a Bears fans, thumbs down. Boo, Packers stink. But I think Matt LaFleur's done a great job with his team. He's done a very good job coaching the last few years, and he deserves to be in the conversation for and in the conversation for winning it. I don't know what you guys think there. We're going to be a little in the air on this one, I think. I don't think we're all going to agree.
Yeah.
I think what you meant to say, Stone, was that Aaron Rodgers has done a great job coaching this team.
LaFleur is
If
great.
Aaron
He came from the Rams.
Rodgers is not on this
Great.
team, they are far from 13-4.
Well, yeah.
I'm probably gonna barely give them 6 wins, maybe 7 at most. So again, I mean, I know you coach the players you have, but at the same time, he has a Hall of Fame quarterback. He stepped into that situation in Green Bay. He's been 13-3, I think, every single year.
Tell me how you're
maybe
gonna
besides his
put the
first.
reins on Aaron Rodgers. You know, who can really come in and do that? Aaron Rodgers is gonna do that.
I didn't say you
So
can, but that's what I'm saying. I take credit away from Matt LaFleur and
That's okay.
for the success of a 13-3 record last year, 3 division titles, and 13-4 this year because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's if you don't have him, then this isn't the same team we're not talking about. They have Jordan Love as their starter, and he's probably going to win you 5 games if he even wins you those compared to the defense of the run game.
So, Paul,
That's my thing right there.
Who do you got?
Mine is Zach Taylor. Only because
That's
the
my
Bengals,
runner-up.
what they did last year, coming from, I think they had, 3 wins or something last year. They come back into the top 5 in the draft. Joe Burrow obviously had that devastating knee injury. He rekindles his friendship, college relationship with Jamar Chase. They bring him in 5th overall. They opt to not take Penei Sewell at left tackle, who could have been a franchise cornerstone. He goes to Detroit, does whatever Detroit rookies do besides Amon-Ra. And the Bengals are 10-7, and they had a chance to possibly go for the #1 seed in the AFC this year. I don't think anybody would have expected that. I certainly didn't expect that, especially after the Bears beat them week 2 of the season. Joe Burrow, 3 straight passes intercepted. That's who I have for this, but I honestly think if I have to go logically, I think it's Mike Vrabel because Tennessee took the #1 seed.
I think it is between Vrabel, LaFleur, and Zach Taylor. All 3 of those guys are the 3 that should be the final 3 nominees, and it's kind of a toss-up. We don't really know who's going to win it, so we're all over the place here. I think we're going to go with the LaFleur consensus. Me and Mason both agreed on that one, but Mike Vrabel definitely is deserving, and so is Zach Taylor for that matter. We're going to move on, though, to what you guys have all been waiting for this entire video. We are talking who is the MVP of the NFL. And we will start off by saying the number 3 candidate who will not be the MVP in the NFL, but definitely is deserving. It's Cooper Kupp. We've already talked about him. That's Mason's guy. He's the Rams fan. So Mason would put him at number 1. But if logically thinking, you kind of can't. If he broke the record, it might have been a different story. But he did not break the record. He only held the triple. He only held the triple crown. That's all he was able to do. That's all he was capable of. Trash. But these other 2 guys, I mean, we all know who they are. Personally, I'm gonna say that number 1 because we can skip right over number 2. We get into the juicy stuff first. Number 1 is gonna be Aaron Rodgers. He's going to win the award with Matt LaFleur as the coach. They're going to win it together, the head coach and MVP. And I think what Aaron Rodgers does year in, year out is just prove to everybody that he is the most talented quarterback to have ever played the game. He does not throw interceptions. His completion percentage is ridiculous. He throws for so many yards and so many touchdowns. I mean, the guy, he's the definition of like a perfect passer rating, essentially. He averages like 105 passer rating on like his career or something like that. It's just not even fair. And he just goes out there and has another, I think it was 38 touchdown, 4 or 5 pick season. How do you go against that? Like, I understand Tom Brady's, but like, how do you go against that?
So listen, we don't have to break it down by stats. If it were a stat-ridden thing, then Tom Brady would be leading it number 1. And I think that's why a lot of people have him there. Because he has 5,300 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, only 12 picks, 67% completion rate. When he's thrown the ball 719 times, I'm not going to lie, that's amazing, right? But you break it down, if you're going to do it based off of stats, you can talk about Josh Allen, you can talk about Matt Stafford, you can talk about Patrick Mahomes, all who have great stats this season, all who are leading their teams. But when it comes down to everything as a whole, you look at Tom Brady, he can't win without a good defense. I'm sorry, you put that guy with top 10 defense and he's going to go to the Super Bowl. You take Aaron Rodgers, he always has to do it with the same team year in and year out. He is the most talented guy. He's my number 1. So you go ahead and talk.
I have a stat that I have seen recently, actually, and it's about players that have played with top 10 defenses in their playoff career starts. So, like, Patrick Mahomes is 6 of 6 for not having a top 10 defense in the NFL, like, in wins Pretty that awesome. He's had. Tom Brady, like, to kind of, like, compare that to, he has 4 wins out of 34 in his playoff career with a top 10 defense, or without a top 10 defense.
Without a top 10 defense.
Four playoff games. That is insane. He has always had a defense to rely on. Can he be considered one of the luckiest quarterbacks in NFL history because of that? Probably not. He's still obviously insanely good. But that is, like, insane. And Aaron Rodgers isn't even close to that. He's more around 50% of his wins with a top 10 defense. So Aaron Rodgers, always doing more with less. I think Aaron Rodgers, again, has done much more with less this year than Tom Brady did.
He's going to go back-to-back.
He deserves
Rodgers back-to-back.
And as a Bears fan, it scares me to say that this is the season that I think the Packers actually can win a Super Bowl.
Paul, who's your MVP? You're going to say
Mine
Brady.
is Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, we all decide. Aaron Rodgers, let's go.
That's probably 3 weeks before the end of the season, 4 weeks. I might have stuck with Tom Brady only because of what he was doing. He put up 5,300 yards, 43 touchdowns. That's the first time in his illustrious career that he's posted back-to-back 40 touchdown seasons. So he's still doing things at 45 that he's never done. Like you guys just kind of spoke about, the difference, I guess, a similarity that they both share is they make the people around them that much better. Like, there's no question about it. But when it comes to talent, Tom Brady has to do his mentally. He's all up here. He's not going to be out there running for 50 yards or getting those first downs in key situations. He's going to be doing what he knows he can do. He throws it to the right spot. He gets the players in the correct position. Aaron Rodgers, he has the athletic escapability. He can use his body to kind of get out, to have those crazy arm angles that we see that Peyton Manning's jealous of with Aaron Rodgers and his little rubber legs where he's looking one way, throws it 45 yards across the field the other. Like, Aaron Rodgers, he is on another level. And like you guys said, I can't compare it to like a LeBron Jordan debate because Jordan has the rings. He did it with less. LeBron, but it's a similar situation to me, except Aaron Rodgers, like you said, he does more with less. If you give him another a starting caliber wide receiver to the likes of a Chris Godwin or Mike Evans, to pair with Devontae
Watch
Adams,
out.
I was
we
gonna say
have
put
no
him on
idea.
Tampa.
We have no idea what yards he has. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he's done everything in his career without having like over the top players. They've always had a sneaky good defense. They're always kind of in the middle of the road. They have good secondary players. But it also helps when you play the Bears twice a year and you play in the NFC North because you can beat up on the Lions, you can beat up on Minnesota, you can beat up on Chicago. And he has absolutely ruled the North since he's become a quarterback or a starting quarterback in 2008. I don't think you can give this to anybody else. They finished the season 13-4. I don't even know where the Bucks finished. I think they were like what 11-6 or 12-5 or
12 and
something.
5. They were 12 and 5, I
12 and
believe.
5.
One game out. And I mean,
Okay,
realistically,
so
the
one game
Packers should have
behind. But
won. Well, the Packers should have won the last game had Aaron Rodgers probably played it through against Detroit. But
yeah,
I mean,
and that's completely fair. But I mean, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, yeah, it's just obvious that Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. I think that's like we can end it
A-Rod.
there. Aaron Rodgers to us, all three consensus MVP. A lot of people are having Tom Brady over him, and I'm just like,
No. A-Rod.
All right, well that's all we got today. Aaron Rodgers, the MVP. We heard it here
Come
first.
back and see us.
Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Like Mason said, come back and see us. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, though, who your MVPs and other award winners are. Mason says, come back and see us. That means subscribe. I'm just going to keep saying it, please. It means the world to us if you subscribe to us, guys. It would mean the world to us. But that's all we got today. I'm going to give things over to Mason. He is going to break us out, as he usually does.
Big foreheads and cut up sweatshirts out, baby. Let's go.